Katt Williams recently shocked the internet by disclosing some disturbing details about how Beyoncé helped Jay-Z get away with allegedly unliving DMX. X never sucked up to Jay for free, and Jay blackballed him because he didn't like that he couldn't control him as easily as he could with these other rappers. Katt claims that he saw everything that transpired and even got in touch with DMX as he could relate to his situation. Like X, Katt was punished and blackballed for opposing this freak-off having enterprise. DMX's career took a turn for the worse after Jay-Z joined Def Jam. Gotti, Jay's old best friend, said that wasn't a coincidence. Jay purposefully ruined DMX's career to the point that it was no longer viable, forcing him to turn to narcotics for survival. For those of you who don't know, DMX and Jay-Z were pals before they were famous. But when Jay became president of Def Jam, he was jealous and started to destroy DMX's reputation. The industry was dominated at the time by DMX, who had even had 5 straight #1 albums on the Billboard 200. But everything changed when Jay-Z took over.
Everybody knows you've had battles with throughout the years. Yeah. So at the time, they were saying that, you was on drugs. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video, everything. That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's
like
get
people,
rid of the competition.
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help? Or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. I mean, they just, all I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. Don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never, Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the ground.
DMX assaulted Jay once more during a radio broadcast, claiming that he had abused his power at Def Jam to ruin his career.
What happened was, I had the crazy track record. Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah. When he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, MH is running the building like, yo, you good. Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened? Let's go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know? How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good.
Remember how I previously stated that Jay was also exposed by his erstwhile best pal, Gotti? Irv says Jay was jealous of DMX and even sabotaged a joint project he was working on with X and Ja Rule because he was upset that X bodied him in every song.
I ever had, I was like, we gotta sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, DMX don't sell, your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more like him. Yeah, but he don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a f. So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange.
Cold response. Jay and his ex received basically paved the way for their turbulent relationship. Even though they only worked together on a few tracks after that, there are rumors that they kept working together behind the scenes till X passed away. Earth also revealed that Ja Rule, X, and Jay had actually worked together on an album. However, the record was never released because of Jay's rage at X overshadowing him.
X was with it, Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it, Ja was with it.
Why you think Jay didn't want to be about it?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It was not.
One more than the other, or
no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's gonna do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica.
They all worshiped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with... I'm saying these they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're gonna say your name and thing, but they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that, what is it gonna say, I'm not the nicest?
That's what I'm... Right. That's what it's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is potential loss. With now people are saying, these is better than you.
Some have even gone so far as to claim that Beyoncé is aware of how Jay took his ex out and that it was because he was jealous of her. However, she is keeping quiet to protect him. We can't really blame her for keeping stuff like this from her husband because we're discussing him. Additionally, Beyoncé is charged with registering some bodies under her name. There are rumors that Jay helped her conceal those as well. Do you recall Jaguar accusing Jay-Z and Beyoncé of torturing individuals by keeping them in their house? She even went so far as to accuse them of being responsible for the death of Aaliyah and Jay's pregnant mistress, Kathy White.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping
Porter?
people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
Research has led some people to believe that Beyoncé's confession in the song Daughter was about Kathy. In the song, Beyoncé went into great detail about how she, Jay-Z, and the helper, a toilet attendant, purportedly cleaned up the murder scene. The song's line, "Your body laid out on these filthy floors. Your blood has stained my custom-made clothing. I was given permission to write by the toilet attendant. She adored it. I tried very hard to keep my cool, but your arrogance broke the silence. I tore your dress, and now you're all black and blue. See what I accomplished as a result of you." At the time of her death, the pathologist concluded that Kathy had a brain aneurysm. However, Jaguar claims that Beyoncé and Jay were to blame. According to her, Beyoncé found out about their romance, and if Jay hadn't, she would have handled things herself, which is why Jay decided to take Kathy out.
Taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible
that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think. And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake. I mean, I'm just speculating.
Jay returned to X. The heat he was receiving forced him to come out and face everything. He added that he and X were still in love even if they were at odds. It didn't sound like love though, if you listen to what Irv Gotti had to say. According to rumors, Katt Williams believes Jay was also responsible for DMX's death and that he depressed him because DMX refused to suck up to him. Anyone who can relate to the sector that is seeking them if they wouldn't sell their soul, it would definitely be Katt Williams. As you may remember, last year Katt revealed that the producers of Friday After Next tried to get him to film a sequence where Terry Crews plays him because they thought it would be humorous. He was absolutely against it, Katt said, telling Ice Cube and the filmmakers that he would never do it because it was so utterly unfunny. Additionally, Katt stated that since this was his first movie, he was taking a significant risk, and they made him feel like he was being overly demanding.
Truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Takes any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. People want to know, why would he get blackballed? Yeah, oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people.
The industry tried to get rid of Katt as well as DMX after discovering that he refused to be used for their ends. Luckily, I lived to tell the story. The DMX didn't though. Because of this, Katt is now openly berating Beyoncé for keeping the details of his death a secret. He believes DMX won't be found until Beyoncé starts talking, according to sources. According to whoever, let's clear that up first. DMX was not afraid of Diddy or Jay-Z. He said it over and over again, especially this interview when he talks about the industry. DMX was more than just a great rapper, another person said. He composed poetry. He was one of the most sincere individuals you will ever encounter. X had a voice like no one else, dude. But now I want to know what you think. What are your thoughts on Beyoncé allegedly not disclosing the details of DMX's death? And was Jay-Z at fault, in your opinion? Kindly leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to click here to view this other explicit video.